Do we blame the Marvel universe? Like, do we blame the MCU for that? Movies are pretty expensive right now if you don't know what you're doing. Now, there are tons of options out there that you can go and you can watch movies for cheap. A lot of cinemas, like on Tuesdays, they have the same movies playing for $5 all day, or you have the matinee prices. Even some theaters offer like memberships. When I was in New York, AMC's membership was a top-notch deal for me because I can go and watch all the new movies for free the weekend it came out, the day before it came out, all of that. I was a huge fan of Movie Pass when it first came out. I really enjoyed it. And frankly, I feel like a lot of people really didn't trust it, so they didn't take advantage of it. Especially also like I think movies, like going to the movies for some people are just a back, like it's on the back burner for their things for them to do. You know what I mean? Like it's not something that they look into and they say, "Oh yeah, I want to go to the theater." When I was younger, you went to the theater, it was packed. There was no apps, there was no phones to like distract you. And I know I sound like this freaking super old dude, but like that's just what it was. Like we didn't have any of that. We had to have conversations about the movie and what you were looking forward to. That's why I had these conversations in the car, and why I kind of put like these little vlogs or movie reviews together is because I feel like that's something that we've lost. We've lost that art of talking about the film, trying to have a conversation about it, and seeing what to expect. And then when we get out of the theater, talking about it and doing that. Now everything is online. You know, most things come to streaming first. Movie experience has changed. It has shifted in an interesting way. I do think that some movies like Dune 2, Furiosa, Fall Guy, those are movies that I feel like you gotta see those in theater. You know, like even if you have a really top of the line sound system with a screen, you know, a projector or whatever, I feel like the movie experience is just different. You smell the smells of popcorn, you know, the seats are different. Like movies are made for the cinema, you know. There are some movies where they weren't really caring about the cinema and everything was about streaming. Back in the day, we used to have straight to DVD or straight to VHS movies where you never saw a trailer. You just saw it one day at a rental place and you were like, oh man, what is this? And you looked at the cover, you read the synopsis on the back, and you bought it or you rented it. I used to love that section because honestly, you would find some really, really good films from that section. A lot of them were films where we weren't really allowed to watch, but you know, we had a chance. You know, they gave us a chance. Shout out to the people who grew up in the video stores. And if you worked in the video stores and you gave a child like me the ability to rent a movie that you know that they shouldn't have been renting it, but you were like, you know what? This kid needs to watch this. Or you were just trying to get him out of your hair because you were doing something else. Shout out to you because you guys were the real MVP. You guys allowed the children who had dreams of making films and who just love movies and love films altogether. You allowed them to expand on their art. You allowed them to hone their craft a little bit better by allowing them to watch these terrible movies. You know, and some of them are called classics now, but I digress. Listen, we've gone from straight to DVD, straight to VHS, to straight to streaming, and honestly, a lot of those straight to streaming movies aren't bad. I've said it several times. I feel like there are movies out there that goes straight to streaming and you're like, man, I wish this had a theatrical release. I think it would be better in theaters. Look, there's nothing wrong with watching movies on streaming and nothing wrong with watching movies in the theater. It's just based on the experience that you want to have. There's no right or wrong. At the end of the day, movies are for everyone. So enjoy them how you can and enjoy them while you can. Do you think that theater watching is dead, or do you think that it's just taking a break right now? Do you think streaming is taking over too much? What do you think will help it? Because I feel like it is something that is being thought about right now in the industry. It is something that a lot of people are struggling with. I, for one, love watching movies in the theater still, but I also do like that we have the option to just watch movies on streaming because some movies I don't want to pay $11, $12 for. Some movies I don't want to pay $14 for. I want to just stay at home and watch it. And I like that we have that option. So what do you think? Let me know your comments down below. And thank you for watching. If you watched this far, I'll see you in the next one. You already know what to do.